Yeah. Also, Tank reveals he thinks Chris Brown is better than Michael Jackson. What you think about that?
He said Chris Brown at the moment.
Yeah. He said Chris Brown is the evolution of Michael Jackson.
That's a better way of putting it than better than Mike. Because Mike is literally, you know how they'll say somebody's a once in a lifetime talent.
Yeah.
Like whatever Mike had. Mike, listen, I always say this and then I leave the argument. He jumped up out of the ground in the Super Bowl and stood there for like 2 minutes straight.
And they went crazy.
And they went nuts, right? It just don't, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. And he was able to do all of this. You think now cats get famous and you have the internet, you have all these different platforms to see people. He was able to do that before we had any of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and Mike was just different. Like I respect Chris Brown and what, you know, he's done and all of those things, and he's uber talented. But to say he's better than Michael Jackson,
and see, what they're looking at, I think a lot of them are looking at, because I was checking out the comments, a lot of them looking at the dancing. They're looking at one aspect of it. You know, of course, you know, it's just like Michael Jackson moved off of James Brown.
Yeah,
it was James Brown, Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So you go on that line. You know, they had Usher, Chris Brown. You know, so obviously as you go on, you're gonna add on to what the previous did. You know what I mean? You do the same thing with basketball, any sports and technology. Yeah, things get better as you move on. Yeah, but to a certain degree. However, when you look at the totality of it and the total scope, no one, I mean absolutely no one in entertainment has impacted more than Michael Jackson. No one in the history of entertainment.
Where's Chris
Not
Brown's,
just music.
Where's his Thriller?
That's what
where's his even off the
Let's
wall?
do the numbers.
Yeah.
Do the numbers.
Yeah,
and I know they said, well, numbers is not that. The impact, you just said that when you throw that out there, this man stood there. He just stood there, did nothing. Nothing at all. He didn't kick one leg up. No,
nothing.
Nothing. He didn't grab one nut.
Yeah. And but that's the thing. Like people used to pass out. He had him in Bucharest.
Man.
Bucharest.
That's you know. This not United States. I'm talking about worldwide.
Yeah.
I don't care where this man goes or wherever he went. It's kind of like Muhammad Ali. Same type of effect. I mean, probably like 100 times that. Yeah. And we know what the impact Ali had.
And maybe you think that happens because you know how they'll talk about somebody at the time, because we lived through Michael Jackson's reign. You know what I mean? Like, and I guess it may look different for people who weren't able to experience that. For them seeing Chris Brown, you know what I mean? But we often do that. It's like you can't, like, I think in debates we always act like you can't like both.
Right, that's it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's the Michael Jordan, LeBron.
Yeah.
It's the,
either or. It can't be both.
It can't be both. It's Jay-Z or Nas.
Yep, you got to pick a side.
You know what I mean? And so we often do that when really all we really need to do is celebrate the greatness that we're able to witness at the time. It's not, because I don't even think Chris Brown would say he's better than Michael Jackson, because it's clear that he's inspired by Michael Jackson. Indeed. Like Michael Jackson has, if it wasn't for Michael Jackson, we wouldn't see Chris Brown. You know what I mean? Indeed. And so, you know, I get kind of being able to accomplish whatever it is you're accomplished, but to be better, it's like, nah, like you'll never be better than the sensei.
Nah.
Because the sensei didn't show you everything that he knew.
My man. Yo. Crazy. Also, Raygun, you know, Raygun, she was the break dancer that went viral, and she was Kelly from Breaking, pretty much.
Literally. That I've been saying that all week. I'm like, yo, if we had let Kelly break dance the way she wanted to break dance in the club, that's how Kelly would have break danced, because she was a ballerina, and it's cool. Right. We still gonna let you ride with us. You cute. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah,
because Ozone was trying to tap. What he did?
He did.
He did. When she went in the little clubhouse joint, And stayed,
Ozone,
he hit.
Ozone knocked her down.
He hit.
I mean, they didn't. I mean, in '84,
I like how they let you use your imagination.
Yeah.
You know, you have to.
And as a kid, I didn't even know nothing about, because as a kid, I wanted the joint that Turbo had on 2. Remember the joint he was messing with on 2?
Oh yeah.
That couldn't speak no English.
Yeah, that was the one. Yeah.
Dog, she was so bad, and wherever she is in the world, I want you to know that yes, as a lad, I was on you. Like she was so bad.
A lot of us.
Yeah.
But Raygun said she didn't realize that this, what she did at the Olympics, would open the door to so much hate. And again, she was doing it. I think she learned from her husband. I think she had mentioned it, whatever. And granted, as tough as it was for the eyes to see, those of us love breakdancing, she still could out breakdance 99% of the people who dissed her, because her windmill was like, I don't know, she couldn't get right, but shit, I couldn't even get a quarter of that. You know what I mean? No, so hey,
listen. I think at the end of the day, I think the people were so surprised, because you think the Olympics, you think of people that are participating in the Olympics, like it's not gonna look like a sketch.
Right.
It's not gonna look like a Mad TV sketch or a Saturday Night Live sketch.
Right.
She looked like she was on there in living color.
Yeah.
Like and maybe
her up rock though, when she was up rock, that was the funny bit. It wasn't even a breakdance, but it was the up rock.
But somebody got on, because I had posted something about Ozone. They didn't fight for miracles for that. But
that was a good one.
Yeah, but somebody was like, she's a professor and she does all of these things. But my argument to that was,
ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about.
I can break down, like POV. Shout out POV. He break down all the basketball scores and all that. POV not gonna go out there and score 30.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, the game and all of those things, but also it's like he also understands, like, yo, I'm not actively playing. I know how to break down the game, and it's room for both, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And that criticism that she got, I mean, she had to know that was going to happen.
But you know what? I think a lot of some of it too is for her to even get to that point, even to I guess, I don't know how you qualify or whatever, to get on the big stage of the Olympics. She, along the way, there was a lot of yays, and I don't think nobody really like, yo, your dance is trash.
Dog.
Like, nobody told her that.
But see, that's what I always talk about, the sauce. Like, you got to be around the sauce. If you're not around the sauce, you're going to get a whole bunch of yes men and people that say, oh, like, we live in the participation era, like where they give you they hand clap you for the attempt, right? They not like, oh yeah, you're really good at what you do. It's like, oh, I'm glad you trying to do it. Like, no. Yeah. You representing our entire country with that, and it looked terrible. Like, and again, I was like, maybe I don't understand that art form, or you know what I mean, but breaking is breaking.
No, and not only that, man. And I saw an interview. Shout out to my man Jaquan, a hip hop historian. He interviewed Crazy Legs from Rocksteady and Rocksteady crew. And one of the things they pointed out was, the first thing you hear before anybody attempts to do any type of dancing is the music. Mm-hmm. So the music choices that they use,
right.
And no, it doesn't have to be music from Beach Street or or Wild Style, none of that, but something better than what they had.
I didn't even hear the music.
Yeah, apparently I ain't even hear it either, but apparently the music that was utilized or whatever, it sounded like a keyboard, like something from a Casio keyboard, something like
that's what I'm saying.
Programmed from a keyboard. It wasn't like hip hop music. You know what I mean?
And I always say though, like, if you have people, like, who did they get in order to set this up, right? Like, who are you talking to? Like, all right, you saying this is what you want to do. Mm-hmm. Did you go and get it from the people who know how to do this?
Right. And that was one of the points that they were making. It was like, whoever, obviously they're not going to do it in 2028. They already said that, but for this setup, like, no one reached out to nobody from Rocksteady or the New York City Breakers, the purists, right? Just to get some input, because it's going to be on the grandest of stages. So
Yeah.
you think you would want their input, and in today's technology, they're not hard to reach.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. So you said they're not doing it in 2020.
That's why I read something where it's not going to do it in 2028. Yeah. So
she didn't kill the whole. That's her fault.
But again, I've seen other clips where it was some talented young brothers on there
doing it. Yeah,
and it was just like so. I think her one little moment
went
like
viral.
overshadowed like all the great dancing that did
because I
happen,
looked at day
that did
two.
occur. Yeah,
I looked
some
at
great
day two.
dancers out there. So shout out to everybody that was doing their thing during the 2024 Olympics on the breakdancing side. I read that it may not come back in 2028 in LA. I think it should because it's on home soil. So hopefully, they would reach out to
that's where
the
they
crazy
get it.
legs. Yeah, and the Wiggles and all the cats from back in the day. Obviously they're not breakdancers, but just get some input on, how to make it a more solid and I don't know. Where you got to, if you do that, you got to do it from the roots and do it from the heart of it. Especially you just coming off the heels of celebrating hip hop's 50 years.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then we went right into the 51st year this year and everything. But you got to do that.